Yesterday, OpenAI revealed a new way that products are recommended through ChatGPT. So in this video, I'm just going to quickly showcase what that is, but more importantly, how you as a seller can get on this now, so that you're ahead of the curve. But once everyone starts to take advantage of this opportunity, so best way I can show you is really just go onto the update post they made, and the idea, it doesn't actually look quite like this, but you type in, hey, I'm looking for an espresso machine. This is my criteria, it has to be around this price range, whatever. And then you get like a small image carousel. Now, in my experience, it doesn't always show it just like this. Sometimes it's just the images. It tends to be a bit hit and miss. But the idea is like it gives you a quick summary, right, and a visual to look at, followed by some text, which actually gives you a little breakdown of what that particular product is and why it's a good match for you. So I'll give you a quick display of that directly on ChatGPT. So I already wrote a prompt. So it's like, hey, I want to buy a coffee machine for around $250. It needs to have a steam wand and a built-in grinder for the coffee beans. So you have to be on ChatGPT 4.0 for this. But when you click search, if you give it a second, there's the whole search in the web thing, and then here we go. I've got some product images. So I'll show you the rest of this soon, but you can click on these images, and then there you go. Blows up in full. Underneath this underneath my avatar, it has a link. So you can click on the link, and then it'll open the website for where it's actually pulling this from. So you can scroll across. Even though it shows 4 images, there's up here it's actually 11. So you can keep scrolling through. But if we close that, scroll down, here you can see the little summary, right? So it's saying, hey, this one product, here's the features, price, cons, whatever. Does that for each of them? Or not, actually. It's only just done 2. So that is the bigger point here. I have actually found that it's not actually entirely accurate at all. So I try and find a live example, right? So I specify that I want to spend $250. And it's like, okay, this one here, the Casa Brew, price is approximately $269. So I'm going to find which one that is. Let's just make this smaller. Or move it out of the way. Right. So it's not this one. Not this one. It's not that one. This one. Okay. So it's on Walmart. So click on this link. And it's $500. Okay. So what we need to take note of is it's obviously very early doors. It's honestly a lot of the results have been inaccurate in my experience, but it's just showing what's coming, right? Like, yeah, it's not perfect. Like a lot of things, like you can watch the video I did on the images, the image generation, and being able to use those for Amazon. Like, they're not perfect. There's some use cases from it, but what's important is that it's a sign of what's to come. So with that said, if you read this this website, it gives you a little bit of information about how they find the products. So to break it all down for you, the image carousel, these ones here, those aren't from the web crawlers, which is what they use for like the traditional search the web function. So these come from a third party feed that they have access to, which is just generally going to be like you said, you can click on the links themselves, right, and it shows you. But it's like Shopify websites. There's Amazon. There's Walmart. There's also like review aggregators on there. So there's no real way to really influence that because it's through third party right now. But you can still get the display here, like in the sort of more traditional search function, by allowing like making sure your website. So if you go onto like what I'm trying to say is OpenAI has different crawlers for the website, right? That's they go through the entire web. So if you go to your like robot.txt file and make sure like their specific crawler has permission to go through to your website and collect that data, that's how you can sort of ensure that you would appear in the search results. Outside of that, and as what's been shown on here, is you can sign up for a form. So eventually they're going to give access to people like traditional sellers to be able to apply as a merchant. So it's like we're exploring an easy way for merchants to provide product feeds directly to ChatGPT, helping ensure more accurate, up-to-date listings. So it's not out yet, but if you go through this form, fill it in, you get an update pretty much as soon as that's ready, and you can apply. You're not guaranteed to get it, obviously. It's just letting you know when it's available. But 100%, if you're a seller, you want to get onto this. Make sure you're signed up and you get notified straight away. And then hopefully, once this update is out, it's going to solve a lot of the issues that it's having right now with the inaccuracies. So to summarize all of this, if you're not already being displayed through the ChatGPT search, which you can check from like seeing like where traffic that's like directed to your website. If you're not getting that, make sure their crawlers can access your website. In terms of the third party, there's nothing you can really do to directly influence that, but I would say just make sure that you want to go through and make sure that all the metadata is up to date, right, and unoptimized, like the titles and the product listings and images. Just go through it, make sure it's as best as it can be, because if not now, then it's going to have an influence in the future anyway. So get that up to date, and then finally, just make sure you sign up for the this form, so you know straight away when you can apply and get onto this as before anybody else. And that's it for this video. So thank you for listening. Check the links in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.